What up? It's been a while. We're going to hop into it. We're going to get right into this, okay? I get asked a lot of questions about, getting into racing. How do you get sponsors? How do you set your car up? How do you know what you're doing? And there's a lot of questions people ask me that are really, really good ones about doing track stuff. And I get a lot of the same questions. And I was kind of talking to myself, and I was talking with a friend. And he was like, "Hey, man, why don't you just make a video or two about what you're doing, and maybe that you can use that as a way to answer the questions that people have." And people might like that, and they might pick up something, or it might be nice to see someone who's doing something at your level. And I went, you know what? All right, I'm not Lewis Hamilton. I'm not Ryan Eversley. I'm still racing. I'm still out here doing stuff, but I guess I can see how, for people that are not into it but are trying to get into it, it may be kind of cool to see what, I guess, the regular people do, for lack of a better term, as regular as you can get when you have, that. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to make 10 videos. We got 10 tries at this. I'll make one a week. I'm going to talk about what I'm doing in the garage, what we're getting ready to do for the season, and I'll try to cover and explain some things that maybe I think are just worth explaining. So if you learn something, great, and hopefully it's a good time, and we'll kind of rock out with it. So yeah, that's the plan. Now, with the introduction over, this is the next part. What are you doing today, Brian? That is the question. That is what we're rocking with. What am I doing today? Well, let me show you what's up. And I'll do a little explanation while I'm doing this. This is the garage, okay? Now, the last time I was doing anything pretty heavy on YouTube, I was just getting ready to do the Getaway Driver show that you can see on Discovery Channel. It's actually still on Discovery Plus. You can go check that out. Getaway Driver. I'm on episode 7. It's actually pretty cool. And this is going to be there's going to be a little bit of storytelling as we go through this, because there's a reason I'm doing this the way I am. And that show played a pretty large role in it. It's kind of interesting because for every problem I solve, I find another one that I can make even better. Like, one of the interesting things about motorsports, if you've never been involved with it, is you have no choice but to learn from your mistakes, because otherwise you just won't survive in this. So there are just things that I'm seeing and changes and decisions I made that impact the next choice. And in some cases, I didn't make the wrong choice, but this is just not the best choice for what I'm doing now. So, and if you're new to this channel or you're new to me, basically this is a 2015 Volkswagen GTI. It's awesome. Super awesome car. Best car when it came out. Still one of the best looking cars out. And it's also fast. Now, when I bought this, I had just graduated college. So there weren't plans to turn this into a race car. It's just what happened. So the plan wasn't to build a race car. I just wanted the best car I could have on the planet after I got out of my Scion. And, well, I got that, which is pretty sweet. So it's a street car. It's been a street car. It's never been a full-blown race car in its life. So anything I've ever done to it since 2015 is on this car. So anything that I may not have done quite well when I was just learning, you find out those mistakes real quick out on the track. So there's a few that happened last year, because last year was the hardest year I've ever done competitively. It was super difficult. I had a lot of things go wrong that had never gone wrong before, but I've been doing it for a while where I understood why they were happening, which is nice, because sometimes things go wrong and you don't know what's up, but then it's like, I understand now. Like, this car is fast and makes a pretty good amount of power, and it's kind of impressive sometimes when I look at it, like, man, you really damn. It's kind of wild where we are with cars right now. So I know where everything's shifting to EVs, and we're looking at the death of the internal combustion engine, but there are some awesome things out here. What I need to do, so we got another little tangent. That's why we got on here. I need to get this garage organized, because I can't work in a messed up space. And when I'm in a space that's not comfortable for me, I don't really function that well, and things just kind of get lazily done. And right now, this place is a mess. It's straight up, it's a mess. It's a mess. And I did my best. I did my best at the time trying to clean this place up and trying to get it organizational. I'm not the most, I'm organized. It's just like, this part is hard. Doing the actions is easy, but doing some of this stuff is hard. But thankfully, I've got Kiana, who is super awesome, and she's a great organizer and great packer and all that cool stuff. Just want to give her a shout out. So I've had to learn how to store my stuff better so I can go do more fun with what I want, if that makes sense. Especially if you want to do it safely, because this isn't like I go fast enough in this where you just can't chance having something not tight because you couldn't do it, or leaving a tool in the car. Like, we're not tooling around out here on the racetrack. It's not just a daily, we're just having out here for a track day. When we're doing the competition stuff, like, it is everything you've got. So you have to prep and plan just as hard as you compete or as you race. That's actually the whole thing with competing. At least the way I look at it. You can if you're going to be a great racing driver, that's awesome, but I don't have coaches and a whole bunch of people doing a bunch of shit. So I have to be a great driver. I have to be a great packer. I have to be a great organizer. I have to be a great planner. I have to be a great responsible adult, I guess. So it's a lot. So that's what we're doing today, okay? I am going to figure out what I'm going to do here. And next time we chat, I should have a plan. Okay? Till then.
3 weeks later.
Hey, what's happening? We're back in here. So, today is Saturday. So we're at the end of the week. We got to wrap up this video and get this one ready to go out for the streets. Well, the plan was to come out every day this week and get in here. Thursday was a wash. We actually went to go do get some cool stuff making macrame with margaritas. That was cool. And then Friday, I was just wiped after the week. So we'll be back out here again on Monday. But since today's Saturday, and I still got to accomplish my goal. So if you guys don't remember, which you probably should be, because I probably have edited this, so it's like a 30-second gap. But anyway, I need to clean this up. I gotta clean this stuff up. I gotta clear this table and clear this table. And I immediately forgot the folding table that's in here. So let me go get that folding table. So Kiana's here. She had a great idea. You can say hi, Kiana. I don't know if they can see you. Okay. So her idea, which I'm going to explain to you. My original idea was to move everything from the two tables to here. But now, Kiana's idea was, why don't we empty the shelves first, since you want to move the shelves, onto the staging table. Then you can move the shelves down that way, and they're out of the way, and then the table can just go on that wall. So that was her idea, and we're gonna rock with that because it seems like a solid one, and I'm doing pretty good at listening to people that have good ideas when they're better at organizing, which is you. You're outstanding. about to die. So, we're here. Key's still here, which is outstanding. So, let's show you guys what we did. I swear to God, this is way harder than actually driving a car. So, we've got this box set up. Shout out to Liquid Molly. What up, Robin and Garrett? Eva, the whole squad. We're going to go through that in a bit. We're going to have braking and other stuff over here. So we're going to fill this up with Hawk and some coolant things. And then for the next round, if I remember correctly, we are going to clean this up. Like whatever this whole mess is, we're going to get rid of this mess. Build that shelf that I have right there that I've had for, 3 months? It's probably ruined and wet. But we're going to try to build that. And then we will work on clearing off the 3 tables we now have. But it's okay that we have 3 tables because we now have 2 organized shelves. And we're going to see how that works because maybe this new shelf will be a parts shelf.
Oh, well, yeah. Each shelf holds 650 pounds.
Each shelf? What?
Each shelf holds 650 pounds.
650 pounds?
Each shelf. So that's definitely going to be the parts one.
And they still have these in stock at Costco, so I can go get another one.
We might.
Okay. So we're going to try that. So that's week 1 done. We've moved stuff. We've thought of plans. We've talked about it, tried to figure it out. So we'll see how this goes. Yeah, it's not easy stuff, but it's stuff we got to do. If we want to be competitive, you got to plan and organize well. So let's get after it. See you guys next week. You have anything you want to say?
That is a lot of work, but we can do it. And we're going to go a week at a time and a section at a time.
A section at a time. Okay. You want to shout me out?
Captain Brian for organizing this event, putting it on the calendar, inviting me so nicely and kindly, bought me lunch and drinks. So here we are. Shout out.
Boom. That's how you do it. That's how you do it.